Are they just friends, or something much more? Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun's undeniable chemistry has once again ignited a firestorm of rumors, and this time, fans think the signs are too clear to ignore. Sweet glances to subtle gestures. Could Korea's beloved stars be sharing a secret romance? Let's dive into the story behind the headlines and uncover what's really happening between them. This is Red Carpet Revealed, and the truth might just surprise you. The air in Seoul was thick with excitement, something beyond the ordinary buzz of a star-studded city. The heart of the storm was a pair of names that, individually, already held the nation captive with their talents and elegance. But now, they were being whispered together in a way that made hearts race, media scramble, and fans dream. Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun. What was once merely the stuff of fanfiction and wistful daydreams has suddenly grown legs of its own. Photos, subtle gestures, and public interactions that were once dismissed as coincidences are now being dissected with the intensity of a national investigation. Are they, or aren't they, the latest spark? A single moment caught in an unguarded instant, Kim So-hyun resting her head lightly on Park Bo-gum's shoulder during a behind-the-scenes break on the set of a major awards ceremony. To some, it was innocent. To others, it was everything. The quiet affection. The way his eyes softened when he looked at her. The comfortable silence between them, it was enough to set the entire nation ablaze with speculation. But how did we get here? Their history traces back years. They've shared stages, attended the same industry events, and even appeared in variety shows that captured their playful banter. Yet, it always seemed professional, until now. Insiders close to both stars are suddenly more hesitant. Their usual quick denials replaced with no comments and careful phrasing. Agencies have not issued their typical stern rebuttals. The absence of denial is ringing louder than any confirmation ever could. Let's rewind a little. It was at the 2025 Seoul International Drama Awards when the media first started to murmur. Bo-gum, suave in his midnight blue tuxedo, made a beeline to So-hyun, who stood elegantly in an off-shoulder ivory gown that shimmered under the lights. While other celebrities mingled, these two appeared locked in their own private orbit. Whispers grew when So-hyun was seen laughing in a way fans hadn't seen in years, genuinely, vulnerably, with her entire being. Body language experts called it a classic sign of mutual affection. Lip readers attempted to decipher their subtle exchanges. And while Park Bo-gum's gentlemanly demeanor is nothing new, the way he lingered beside her spoke of something more personal. Still, they gave no official statement. But the internet did not wait. Hashtags like Bahyun and Park Sokapal began trending globally. Fans compiled timelines, tracking interactions going back nearly a decade. One particular moment from a 2017 KBS event resurfaced, where a 24-year-old Bo-gum was caught glancing over at a young So-hyun with a look that, at the time, was dismissed as admiration for a rising actress. Now, fans call it the first look. There's something poetic about the way these two have risen to fame. Both began as child actors, navigating the treacherous path of growing up under the public eye. Both have maintained spotless reputations, no scandals, no controversies. Just talent, grace, and a deep-seated connection with their audiences. Makes the possibility of their romance feel not just believable, but right. Industry peers, too, are chiming in. One anonymous variety show writer revealed, you could always feel something unspoken between them. It wasn't overt flirting, it was more like home. When they were around each other, they were just more at ease. Another actor who worked with both stars said. Joked with Bo-gum about So-hyun being his ideal type. He didn't deny it. He just smiled. What tipped the scales wasn't just a look or a whisper. It was a trip. Last month, Park Bo-gum took a brief hiatus from his filming schedule. Days later, So-hyun disappeared from public view too. Netizens quickly connected the dots, matching backgrounds in their Instagram photos. Identical food shots. An unmistakable glimpse of Bo-gum's leather bracelet on a table behind So-hyun's cup of coffee. Were they in Jeju together? Or perhaps Japan? As some speculated, neither star posted couple photos. Too careful for that. But the clues added up, and in the world of K-entertainment, that's enough to start a wildfire. Their respective agencies issued the usual "they are just close colleagues" statement. But fans weren't buying it this time. The tone was too soft. The response too delayed. Even the media, and aggressive in the pursuit of celebrity stories, held back, as if waiting for something official. Then came the moment at a private charity gala, where attendees reported seeing Bogum and So Hyun seated side by side, laughing quietly, occasionally leaning into each other. No photographers were allowed. But that didn't stop whispers from leaking. A journalist who attended later posted a cryptic tweet, "Sometimes love doesn't need confirmation. It just radiates." Part of what has drawn so much attention to this story is its emotional weight. It's not a fling. If this is real, it feels meaningful, like a bond formed not in haste, but over time, built on mutual respect, shared experiences, and parallel journeys. Fans have responded not with outrage or jealousy, but with overwhelming support. "Let them be happy," one fan wrote. "They deserve it after giving us so much joy." That's the curious thing. K-pop and K-drama romances often face harsh backlash from possessive fandoms. But not this time. The collective mood is warmth, curiosity, yes, but also an odd sense of relief, as if fans have been waiting for these two stars to find each other all along. Still, the world wants answers. Are they dating? Are they falling in love? Or is this just the world projecting its desire for a fairy tale onto two of its most beloved stars? As the speculation continues, one thing is clear: Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun have captured hearts in a new way. Not through scripts or characters. By being themselves, genuine, graceful, and quietly radiant. And perhaps, in the soft light of Seoul, under the weight of 1,000 flashbulbs and the gaze of millions, they've found something rare. Something tender. Something true. Whispers grew louder. So did the collective heartbeat of a nation, hanging on to every movement, every glance, every word exchanged between Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun. What started as subtle speculation had now transformed into a near frenzy, with online communities spinning theories faster than entertainment news outlets could keep up. Yet, both Bo-gum and So-hyun remained silent. Official confirmation. No photos of them holding hands. No dramatic statements. Just silence. Silence, as it turns out, speaks volumes. In the world of Korean entertainment, stars are trained to maintain perfect decorum and carefully curated public personas. The absence of denial can sometimes be the boldest form of confession. It was during a quiet moment, on a rainy Thursday afternoon in July, that the biggest emotional turning point occurred. Park Bo-gum had just finished filming a scene for his upcoming drama, when fans caught sight of Kim So-hyun arriving quietly on set with coffee. Not for the crew, not for the staff, but 2 cups. One clearly intended for Bo-gum. Witnesses say he smiled when he saw her, genuinely, brightly, as if her presence lit up the overcast sky. Cameras weren't allowed. One behind-the-scenes staff member leaked a voice recording of soft laughter and light conversation that was unmistakably theirs. That single clip, though audio only, exploded on the internet within hours. Fans immediately knew this wasn't fiction anymore. This was a moment too intimate to be platonic. Question on everyone's mind now was, what's stopping them from admitting it? Some say it's the pressure of their careers. Both Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun are A-list actors with multi-million-dollar endorsement deals and international fan bases. A confirmed relationship could risk alienating certain segments of fans, or worse, anger brands with strict contractual image clauses. Believe it's something more personal. Park Bo-gum, known for his deep Christian faith and humble lifestyle, has always been private about relationships. Kim So-hyun, having grown up in the industry, has never publicly dated. Perhaps they were afraid of losing something so fragile to the relentless glare of the spotlight. But no matter how hard they tried to stay quiet, it began leaking through the cracks. During an overseas promotional trip to Paris, eagle-eyed fans spotted the two walking beside the Seine River. They weren't holding hands. They weren't kissing. But there was a rhythm in their steps, irony in their energy that screamed coupledom. A passerby snapped a blurry photo of them laughing over crepes at a quiet cafe tucked away in Le Marais. The image quickly went viral, despite the faces being partially hidden by caps and masks. Fans knew. They always know. Suddenly, the tone of the media coverage shifted. No longer speculative. It became inquisitive. Headlines read, Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun in Paris together, what are they hiding? Bo-hyun in love? All the subtle signs we missed. From screen dreams to real-life romance. And while they still hadn't said a word publicly, Their actions grew bolder. At an awards ceremony just 2 weeks later, Hyun presented an award alongside Kim So-hyun. The room fell into stunned silence when he turned to her after announcing the winner and said softly, "No one lights up a stage quite like you." She blushed, giggled nervously, and responded, "Only when I'm standing beside someone I trust." Audience erupted. It wasn't a confession in words, but it was a confession in every other sense. Their agencies, now cornered by reporters and media outlets worldwide, issued another short statement. "We ask for your understanding and support as both artists focus on their personal and professional growth. No denial. No confirmation. Just peace." Fans interpreted it as permission to celebrate what they already believed. Online forums filled with emotional messages. Many couples. But this one feels real. They've both worked so hard. They deserve happiness. This love, it feels gentle, honest, rooted. It wasn't just fans. Colleagues and friends in the industry began speaking up. One director who worked with Kim So-hyun said, "He's been glowing lately. Happier, lighter. And yes, I know why." A stylist from Park Bo-gum's team shared, "He wears the same cologne every day now." She once mentioned she liked it. Even fellow actors, like Song Joong-ki and Kim Yoo-young, subtly expressed their support on social media, liking posts or dropping heart emojis on Instagram photos of the two stars. The impact wasn't just emotional. Brands and fashion houses jumped in to capitalize on the media storm. A luxury jewelry brand featured a pair of bracelets said to be inspired by timeless connection. Fans instantly believed it was modeled after the identical pieces Bo-gum and So-hyun had been seen wearing. As autumn descended on Seoul, in golden leaves and chilly air, the pair was spotted again, this time at a cozy restaurant in Hanam-dong. The owner didn't take photos, but later told reporters they were kind, respectful, really in love. And still, they said nothing. Because sometimes, love doesn't need headlines. It just needs space to grow. In a culture where celebrities are often told to suppress their humanity, to hide their emotions for the sake of image, Park Bo-gum and Kim So-hyun dared to rewrite the narrative. They didn't stage an announcement. They didn't rush into a press conference. They simply lived. Maybe that's what makes this love story so compelling. It's quiet, but powerful. Private, yet visible. Earned, yet undeniable. It reminds us that even in the chaos of fame, amidst flashing cameras and relentless gossip, two people can still find something real, something delicate, something worth protecting. In the end, whether they ever say the words or not may not even matter. Because the world already believes. Maybe, that's the most beautiful kind of confession.